What's up, y'all? Happy Friday. Just sitting here thinking to myself, like, your thoughts matter in this world. Your thoughts is powerful. And that's why, they want to stop people and from talking and censor people and all of that. I'm sitting here just thinking to myself, like, damn, I could understand why these people don't like me because of the things that I think of. And your thoughts can change the whole dynamics of things, the whole dynamic of things. So it's very powerful. And what I was sitting here thinking about is just how good I am with criminal law and all types of law, specifically criminal. It started from criminal, just running through law. You feel what I'm saying? And something just don't make sense about this judicial system to me. Not something. What don't make sense is how can y'all create laws that's meant to punish people and then turn around and they have a chance to be released right into the streets, no matter how obvious they were in committing a crime or how much evidence is against them when they go before a jury. That's my whole point here. My whole point is just comparing a jury trial with a bench trial, and which a lot of people don't know. So when you're dealing with criminal cases, and it could be with other areas of law, other types of law, but we just talking about criminal. In a criminal case, there's a bench trial and then there's a jury trial, which a lot of people don't know. And a jury trial is when you know the decision be decided by a jury, peers of your own. I believe it's 12, and they decide if you're guilty or not. They decide if you're going to jail or not. And then a bench trial is just the judge where he's going by the book, by the law. He's supposed to, and your decision won't be in the hands of random people. It'll just be strictly a judge. Now, you know, my whole point for bringing this up is because you know, first of all, a lot of people are gonna say, well, what's wrong with a jury trial? You pretty much touching on a jury trial, shedding light on that. That's freeing some of us. A lot of street dudes are probably like, that's freeing us. What's wrong with this nigga? He making it hot. Nah. The point I'm trying to make is that, what y'all need to really focus on here is how these cops are getting released, not even going to jail or getting the case thrown out, after murdering us and stuff like that. So these are the cases I want y'all to focus on. This is not for small street crimes, street level crimes that's happening on the street level, little drugs or little gun charge or you shot some, none of that stuff. This is for people that's in law enforcement, so forth and so on. Just running around shooting people and shooting ladies in the face and killing them and stuff like that. That's the stuff that we want to, the oppression, the things that's being done to us. This is my whole point for thinking like this and wanting to change the dynamics of things. So these people got to be held responsible. So check this out. What I thought of, y'all, and like I said, I can understand why these people don't like me. I said that to myself. I was like, if I was dumb, I wouldn't like me because I think too much. You feel what I'm saying? And it could change. Your thoughts can change the dynamics of things. I'm not gonna say I want to make change, but I wasn't born to do that type of work. It's in me. You gotta understand what I'm saying, though. I'm gonna make change the way I'm gonna make it, but I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm out there every day and I'm a politician and so forth. But my idea can spark the mind of someone else that's in the position of power to make change. So let's get to that real quick. So when you talking, remember what I said: a bench trial and a jury trial. Those are two things to focus on here, and I already told you what both of those are. So my issue is this: you have a case where a case like Derek Chauvin and George Floyd, you have that type of case where you see that this officer straight up aired this man out in broad daylight in front of everybody, didn't care who was watching. You see that? You see the case still went before a jury though, right? That don't make no sense to me. When your case go before a jury, you have chances on going home. You see that, right? You have chances on beating that. Let's jump to another case from way back, the Emmett Till situation. This is what really made me think about, have these ideas and stuff. They murdered that little boy, mutilated him, and turned around and admitted it. First off, they got acquitted by a jury. You see that? They got acquitted and then turned around and admitted the crime live on camera. You see where I'm going with this? I'm not even going to get excited. This is crazy. But what am I saying? That shows you that you don't see the issue there. That right there lets you know that a jury trial, that it has to be some changes when it comes to these jury trials, where these people are deciding the fate is in their hand. The defendant fate is in their hand. There has to be some changes with that. And just really take a second to think about it. All you gotta do is use your common sense sometime and say to myself, these are people that enacted these laws, legislators, founding fathers, whoever, and it doesn't help. It's not helping the situation. There's no fairness here. This is actually a tactic to sweep things under the rug and let people get away with murder. So just think about this for a second. You don't have to study law to understand this. It's common sense. When you go before a jury, when your case goes before a jury, it don't matter if you was caught red-handed. You have a chance of going home. I know all the street dudes is like, yeah, we like that. But no, like I said, this is for the people like Derek Chauvin, officers like him. This is for people like the type of people that did what they did to Emmett Till. So, they did the crime, beat it, turned around and admitted it on camera after they got acquitted. So what do we have to do here? And let's just jump to Derek Chauvin again. He was caught red-handed. What if they would have acquitted him? He would have walked free, right? What if the jury would have said he didn't do it? He'd have walked free, even though we know he did it. So the question is this system about justice, or is it about rolling the dice? We rolling the dice here. It ain't about justice if you look at it. To me, it ain't about justice. It is not fair. And you could easily put anybody in there on the jury, which is what they did in that Emmett Till case probably. Put anybody there, get them acquitted, and that's that. And then they turn around and admit it. I'm not trying to bring this up. It's the point. It's the point that I'm trying to make. And me just studying criminal law, I said to myself, this don't make no sense. So, what's the remedy, right? What's the solution? What's the idea? The idea is, if there's a case, there's a thing when it comes to criminal law called clear and convincing evidence. And it's just what it sounds like. The evidence is clear and it's convincing. It's compelling. So when evidence is clear, convincing, and compelling in a case, it should be a straight bench trial. It should be no jury trial. How hasn't no politicians thought of this? I'm the only one that's going to think of something like this. I really have to ask myself that, or ask y'all that. No politician ever thought, well, jury trials allow people to walk scot-free. You never thought of that? Even if they guilty. Y'all never thought of that? Y'all should have thought of that after the Emmett Till case. Y'all should have. Jury trials allow people to walk scot-free, even when it's clear, convincing evidence. That's crazy to me. That's insane to me. And I just gave you 2 examples. And think about it. I'm going to say it again. If Derek Chauvin would have got found not guilty by the jury, what y'all would have thought? How y'all would have felt about that? Any case where you seen what the person did is clear and they got found guilty because the jury just felt they wasn't guilty. But we seeing it on camera. We could clearly see what's going on. So that's my point. We got to do something about that. And that's why they don't like people like me. Because they'd be like, damn, he think too much. And he makes sense. And now he going to mess our whole game up. We got to kill him. Yeah. If it's clear, convincing evidence, like the Derek Chauvin case, that's clear, convincing evidence. Why would that case go before a jury where there's a chance he could go home from a jury's decision? So what y'all gonna sit back and say, well, what y'all gonna say, government? Well, they found him not guilty. He's not guilty. Even though we just seen him do what he did, he's not guilty? So ask yourself, do that make any sense? No, it don't. So there's a new law that needs to come into play. You see that? You see how an average guy like me could just put something out there and change the dynamics of things? Yeah. So yeah, if it's clear, convincing evidence, like the George Floyd, Derek Chauvin case, on camera, in front of kids, in front of people outside, people walking by, everybody, broad daylight, why should that case go in front of a jury? Because it's rolling the dice. We seen what he did. That case should go before a judge by itself, and the people should be able to watch worldwide to make sure he's gonna make the right decision. Or there should be some people in place that's gonna make sure the judge go by the book. It should be for the public to see, which I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, when it's a bench trial, you know you going to jail because it's clear, convincing evidence. That means we already know they're going to get convicted because the judge is supposed to do the right thing. That's what a bench trial is. It's a judge and he's going by the law. So we would feel more comfortable and confident if we just start having bench trials for cases where it's clear, convincing evidence. The evidence is clear, convincing. There's no reason why your case should go in front of a jury. It's going to apply to street dudes too, I guess, but I'm not trying to hurt them. I'm being honest here. And it ain't no favoritism. People with power and guns, with power and can walk around with guns and license and have a license to kill, you need to be watched more. You need to be watched more than a civilian. You're that more dangerous. You have the power and the authority to do something and then twist it up and get away with it. So you need to be watched even more. So this is for people that got power and running around killing people. We're not talking about the regular street dudes, but it's gonna apply to them too. But oh well, we gotta do what we gotta do. We do. It's a good idea. The mayor should think about it. The governor, whoever, all y'all should think about the president, because we tired of, I don't want to see no clear, convincing evidence and then a person walk free by going in front of a jury. I don't want to see that. And then admitting the crime after. Look at what they did. Then you're going to admit the crime after So that's a smack in the face. That's a smack in the face. No justice for the family or nothing. That's a smack in the face to the criminal justice system. To be frank, like, y'all saying y'all, bringing justice to people and families and stuff, but this man just got acquitted, and then they admitted it, that they committed this crime. Right on camera. That's no respect for the law at all. So yeah, that's my point. If it's clear, convincing evidence, bench trial, make sure the judge go buy the book. Make sure that whoever that is, get that time. They did the crime, they do the time. And that'll stop police from doing what they doing to people. I bet you they'll stop then. And of course you got to get rid of the qualified immunity and all of that. But yeah, no juries, no jury trial when it's clear to see that you ran up on this man's car and shot into his car 50 times. You're going to give him a jury trial? No, give him a bench trial. Give him a bench trial. It's mandatory. Mandatory bench trial, man. Facts. Because when you do the jury, once again, I keep repeating it, but I need y'all to understand. You're rolling the dice. That's like rolling the dice. You got a chance to walk free. So how does the law serve its purpose? That's my point. How? How is the law serving its purpose? It's not. It's not serving its purpose, man. This is what y'all should be drinking too. This water right here. Y'all be seeing me with the glass bottles. It's not serving its purpose, man. And that's a problem. That's a problem. So, that's just my thoughts. And maybe I could put that in play one day. Or maybe somebody could put it in play before me. But those are my thoughts, and it's a good idea, man. Oh yeah, and before I go, I came out telling y'all that, most of my content gonna be about my life, and y'all gonna learn something, which it is. It's always gonna be like that. But what made me want to do all of this is what happened to me, with my vehicle. But it stems really from, learning criminal law when I was locked up. So I'm saying that because that's really where all of this comes from, or what I really want to talk about. But I got so much legal issues, and I'm familiar with that, other legal issues. So that's not criminal. So I'm just tapping into that, speaking on that, enlightening people, on certain things. But criminal law is what I'm really good at. And I could actually charge people, and that's what I'm gonna start doing. That's what, I wanna have it where people could call me up, have a podcast or whatever, and people could call up the show or hit me up personally. Even to this day, right now, you got any legal issues, like, that's how good I am. I'm your guy. You could ask around and ask about me. You feel what I'm saying? You could hit me up. You'd be like, yo, I need this, that, and the third, or what should I do? And I should just start charging people for it. I could give free knowledge too, but it's real like that. I could make a job out of this. So I just wanted to say that because I'm gonna start tapping into this content. Is gonna be criminal law, or any law that specifically, mainly criminal, but any law that people need help with, whether it's family court law, whether it's civil court. I'm dealing with all of that, whether we talking traffic court, you feel what I'm saying, criminals. So different areas of law, I run right through it. Run right through it. So, I could actually help people and file paperwork for people, and know what's your technicality, know what your issue is, can find it, know what it is, argue it, bring it before a judge. I could do all of that. So why not start charging people? Why not start making a living off of it? I don't have to be an attorney. It could be a side side job, side hustle. You need help? What? I show you how to do it, and I really do this. So it ain't no, this ain't no no scam. I really do this. But what I'm really getting at is that I'm about to turn a lot of my content is about to be on criminal law, and that's probably gonna be the next lengthy video. I'm gonna go into criminal law and how I can read a complaint, run right through it, and tell you where the loopholes is at and all of that stuff. Like, I run through it. So yeah, man, that's what I wanted to say. And y'all will be hearing from me, and see y'all on the next video. Peace.